Hey folks, Lucas here, and I've got a quick set of tips for you because we're getting a lot of questions about share settings in Google Drive. So whether we're talking about sharing a Google document, Google Slides presentation, Google Sheets, whatever, or just a PDF or something that I might have uploaded to my Google Drive, teachers are asking about how to set those files up so that our students can access them easily. So let's dive in and I'll give you a quick review of how to do that. Okay, so there's a couple ways that we can share our Google files with our students and our coworkers and people outside of our district. So I want to go through those settings and show you how to do that. And there's a couple ways that we can do it. We'll start from within the document first. So here you see, or actually on this side, behind me, I've got one of my Google Docs that I have created. And you see this big blue share button right here in the top right. So if I click that button, Google is going to launch this little window here where I can set how I want to share that document. Now, at the top, you have share with people and groups. This part of the window is designed for collaborators. So if you and some coworkers or you and your students are actively working on the same document together, that's where you're going to do that. That's not going to apply to most of what you're probably doing. Most of what you're probably doing is sharing, just simply sharing these documents with students, and they need to be able to access them from our learning management system. So what we're going to do is come down to this lower section, and we want to get a link that we can use to share. Now, by default, a Google document is set to restricted. And that's important because that's just a security thing. If we have something that we don't want to share with folks, then restricted is the safest setting. All right. So if I want to change that, I click down here where it says change the link to Surry County Schools. And I'm going to get some options. Okay, the setting that comes up first when I click that is set so that anyone in Surry County Schools can open this document. Now, what that means is that it requires them to be logged into their Google account. As long as the Chrome browser or whatever web browser they're using thinks that they are logged into their district account. So for employees, that's their app surry.k12.nc.us account, and for students it's our @students or student.surry.k12.nc.us. As long as it's one of those two, Google will say, all right, you have permission to access this document. Okay, and by default it's set so that they can only view it. So they can access it and view it. They can't edit it. All right, now if you want to change that, one other way you can do that is to say anyone with the link. Now, anyone with the link means that anyone who's connected to the internet who has that link can open that document. And that's really the easiest setting to put things on. So if you don't have anything in that document that you're worried that's sort of secure, you're worried about other people seeing, that's the way to set it. Anyone with the link can view. Okay? Now, I would not set that to anyone with the link can edit. You can imagine what could go wrong there. So anyway, if you're sharing documents with students, two ways to do it. Make sure that the document is set to anyone in Surry County Schools can view it. And if they're logged into a Chromebook, if they're using one of our district Chromebooks, they're going to be able to access it. Or that anyone with the link can view. Okay, so that's an order of restriction. Is restricted means only you can view it and anyone you set as a collaborator. Surry County Schools means anyone within Surry County Schools can view it, and anyone with the link means that anyone on the internet, anywhere that has that link can open that document. Okay, so once I have that link, I'm going to copy it, and then I might go back into my learning management system, whether that's Haiku, Canvas, or whatever we're using at the time, and I'm going to post that link there. Okay, and so as students then click that link, they'll be able to access that document. Okay, so again, when you're sharing documents with students, make sure that you have set the sharing settings that way. Now, there's another way to do that. I promise you two ways. Here comes the second way. So I'm going to switch tabs and show you that same file, but within Google Drive. So this is my Google Drive view here, and you can see my folders and all these files. So I can share a document directly from here, and all I do is hover over that document, and then I'm going to right click, and I'm going to click the button that says share. And you'll notice that the exact same dialog comes up. Okay, so if I've uploaded a PDF that I want my students to be able to see, maybe it's a worksheet or a resource or something like that, or a Google Doc or anything, I'm going to right click, I'm going to upload it to my Google Drive or have that file in my Google Drive. I'm going to right click it, and I'm going to set it to anyone in Surry County Schools or anyone on the web, depending on how I want to share that. Okay. I think that's it. Hopefully that will help. Just remember, as you are putting stuff online for students with remote learning, that you want to make sure that anything you share from your Google Drive is set to share with anyone in Surry County Schools or anyone on the internet. Okay, hope that helps you guys. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to shoot me an email. See you soon.